he's gonna come in when he's slapped the shit out of you.
I'm gonna laugh when he does because
I
I
know.
get on the step stool to make it happen. So now the time has come.
Hurt myself today. Oh, Jerry Jones. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Tina Ash. Jerry Jones just made his team no protests for the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm okay with that. If you don't want your team to protest, then don't protest.
But he signed Greg Hardy last year.
Yeah, he's an asshole. But if you paying for it and you say I don't want you guys protesting, then don't protest. That's okay. The NBA is mandatory for you not to protest.
Dude, you should play the national anthem to start it off.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yes.
Just play the national anthem coming in.
Okay, 1 second. Let me get this.
And I'll say we're gonna talk about that, but it's too soon to start now.
Why?
No, I'm gonna say, will you two get up off the floor, please? That's what I'm gonna start with.
That is damn funny. That is damn funny.
One thing is kneeling, but you guys are just fucking laying down.
You're like, quit laying prostrate. Guys, you can't get much lower. This is not really helpful to your cause either.
Hey, throw away that fucking shovel, you dick.
Shovel.
Because you're digging lower.
Oh,
You're an idiot.
wow. Thanks for that.
When you have to explain a joke,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, but let's not tell him.
I think I just did on
He
accident.
thinks he's funny.
He's here and there. He's hit or
I
miss.
am fucking funny.
Hold on.
Hit or miss.
Hold on. Now that I muted him, he can't hear us, right?
He can hear us. He
Oh,
just can't
fuck.
speak. He can't talk back to us.
Sorry. Well, that works too.
Okay, guys, give me 30 seconds. All clear, please.
Chaotic Radio, because the rest is just a waste of time.
Look, you guys, you got to get up off the floor. Stop the protest. We got to get the show going.
What?
Stop the protest now. We need the show to start. Are you ready?
B.
Jew?
I'm gonna keep
Look, I mean, technically the three of us are all minorities.
Minorities.
You know, but I'm the
well
one that
one
doesn't-
more than the other.
I'm the one that doesn't look it, so I'm going to take that to my advantage. You two get up off the floor. Let's get this show started. Good evening, Chaotic Sports fans. I am your host, the Jew, Jeremy G, joined today by, as always, Captain Black S. Captain Black
here.
S.
Here. Hello.
And,
hello.
and our man B.
Yo.
Hi, Chihuahua. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot. But just remember, 100% sucker free, 100% soccer free. No soccer. No foosball. Oh, no, football. Foosball, yes.
Foosball, yes.
Football, no.
But I just want to throw the word of the day today.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing to talk
Nothing
about.
wrong.
Yes, it's nothing, people. It's Tom Brady. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Do you see what they did today? Are those two human? It seems like they're playing on a different game against a different level of competition.
I did not because I was somewhere else, sir.
Wow. How'd the prostate exam go?
Big black doctor.
Yay, Dr. Jellyfinger.
Hey, Dr. Jennifer. Tom Brady, of course, the Houston's like everything's going against Houston, playing the Texans in Penn Gillette Stadium. That's the name of it, correct?
What? No. I'm sorry. What?
It's the Penn Gillette Stadium.
Is it really Penn Gillette?
No, it's
Penn-
just Gillette, the
You
razors.
dick.
It's not named after Penn and Teller.
No, it's Gillette, the
Holy
razors.
shit, that's a
Jeremy, you're being funny. Roy thinks you're serious. Stop this, okay?
totally different context. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought it was Penn Gillette Stadium. Man, that's why I thought he was Tom Brady's a magician. So it made perfect sense.
Nothing.
Yes, there's nothing he can't do. He was his numbers 25 of 35, 378 yards and 5 touchdowns today. Sounds great, but put it into context.
Did you see the last drive though?
Yes,
that was stupid. That was just plain old stupid.
3rd and 18. Yeah, sure, no problem. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets sacked. Oh yeah, there's a penalty. No big deal. And so they come back, score the game-winning touchdown. Of course, no controversy. Aaron Rodgers does almost the same exact thing to the Cincinnati Bengals, and thank goodness my survivor picks both survived this week. Thank goodness. Woo! I was rooting against New England in the morning and praying for the Green Bay Gods in the afternoons because Aaron Rodgers is the same as Tom Brady.
It seems like those two guys, they wake up in the fourth quarter like
they're like Phillip Rivers, but good. Like
I'm sorry, did you say Phillip Rivers?
Well, he always has that ability to like get you close to the win, but they always do the same thing where they're trailing in these games that you go, why are they trailing? And you go, do we need to worry about it yet?
No, because after 2 minutes, in 2 minutes they do the most that anybody can in 2 minutes, and it's so ridiculous how well they function in that high pressure situation.
I almost want to know why they don't do that for the whole game. Like it just seems like they're it looked like varsity versus J. I mean, it looked like college versus a JV team in school. It's just like, oh yeah, they got some good athletes on there, but how the hell do you do that?
I don't know, man. It seems like halftime they go back and they probably don't even sit with the team. They go back and study the entire goddamn video, second by second, as to what they're doing wrong.
I think the captain just said Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are not good teammates. That's what I just took out of that. Everyone,
listen, everybody said that about Michael Jordan.
Yep.
That he was not a great teammate. And look at what he did.
Bring it back to Jordan.
Always, bro.
Always. That's right.
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, Captain. A few stories we want to talk to you about the NFL today also was the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. They beat the Steelers today.
Yes, they did.
What?
That's OT?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tariq Cohen
How did that happen?
Really didn't do anything, and Glennon didn't have a good game. I'm confused.
You want to hear Glennon's yards? Do you really want to hear?
Go for it.
Yes.
101 yards, 1 TD. That's what he ended the game with. That's what Glennon ended the game with.
Think about that, Captain.
And you want to hear about the rushing?
Mike Glennon makes, I think, $18 million a year just this year. He's only 1 year contract. He only had 101 more passing yards than you today.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
You had a chance to outthrow Mike Glennon today just by rolling out of bed. It's possible. We could have done it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm happy for that because it did knock out a few teams in the Survivor Pool.
Yeah, how did the Colts do? They still have
Colts
that.
won.
Colts looked good with
Wow.
Jacoby Brissett at quarterback.
But they're playing the Browns.
The Browns are a decent
Well,
team.
yeah, but still.
Browns are a decent team, but
Decent-
I would have bet against them just to think about it because if anybody thinks the Browns are going to win, Colts are going to win. That's the way I was thinking. Just like Monday night, I honestly thought the Niners might have to win that game, and that was a hideous.
That's the new regime right there.
That is
that's what the
hideous.
that's what the Rams got for that game is what the Chargers and Charger fans have been hoping for the last 10 years. Just somebody that can get us to like hold on to the lead when we're obviously blowing in, or somebody to get the lead back when we've given it up. So yeah, I think the Los Rams did very well for themselves on Thursday night. Also winning today was the Jets.
Jets, huh?
The Jets.
Jets, Jets.
Yeah, the Jets.
And
This
they
is
beat
for my
Miami.
family. This is for my family back in New York. Howie, Carrie, everybody, I love you guys. Yeah, the Jets. I love seeing their posts. I love seeing the two crankiest old conservative Jews in the world talking about how bad Eli is every week on Facebook and how bad the Jets are. Well, we can talk about how bad the Jets are every week. It's fantastic. It's absolutely great. And the Jets came out and beat the Jay Cutler Dolphins.
What a surprise.
Who gave Jay Cutler? Jay Cutler with the dumbest. Have you write it down for a segment for next week? The dumbest look on a sports figure's face. He is a starting quarterback, and he just looks special needs.
More than
I wanted to go back 10 years and say that other word.
More than Manning?
Eli?
Yeah.
Well, Eli looks like he got beat up by his older brothers. And I think that was a pretty accurate statement.
That's got to be special.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing of the day, if you're watching the football, and you're watching maybe even
the foosball.
and you watch the Red Zone or the NFL Network, and you saw the ending to the Lions and Atlanta game. The Detroit Lions were going down. They were down by 6 points, I believe. I forget what the total was. They were down by 4, and Matthew Stafford with 18 or 12 seconds left throws the ball to Golden State. He goes. They called a touchdown. He's right at the line. And at the end of the play, there's 8 seconds left. The call gets reversed, which I thought was insane because it didn't look clear either way to me when they showed the reviews.
The reviews
are very good for this one, and the call didn't look. It got reversed. So there's a rule in the NFL that if you make a call, if the challenge doesn't go through. The challenge went through as it was a catch, but it wasn't a touchdown. So it was in the field of play. So by rule in the NFL, there's a 10-second runoff. So they didn't have a chance to go up and spike the ball and make another play. But because it got reviewed, there's a 10-second runoff, and they lost the game.
That is bullshit.
That's about as bad as the Tuck rule, bro. That's horrible. I'm watching the play right now. I see the play right now. Golden Tate did a great job. He caught it. He looks like he is down before the line.
I thought it was close enough where they were going to say call on the field.
Call on the field stands because I'm looking at it because the ball does cross the plane, which is what people have been doing. That's the weirdest thing ever. I don't get that cross the plane thing. If the ball crosses the plane and all of a sudden it's a touchdown instead of the whole body. I'm not a fan. Yeah. But no, I'm looking at it right now. It says call reversed, and then they run down the clock and they're done. Game over. That is horrible.
That sucks.
It is bad.
And here's the thing. Detroit has a damn good team this year. Detroit's been playing great for the past 4 years.
Talk about another cursed franchise.
Yeah.
Write that down too. We need to talk about cursed franchises.
Clippers.
Cursed franchises.
Yeah. Always bring it back to the Clippers.
That's what I know.
Please.
Do the Rams count? No,
they won Super Bowls,
but not in Los Angeles, right? Did they win a Super Bowl here in LA?
No, not when they made a Super Bowl in LA.
That was 1980. I think that's when I became a Rams fan. Woo-hoo. Fear the Horns.
Really?
Yeah. Fear the Horns. Yeah, we got the game on tonight is Washington and Los Raiders, correct?
Yeah, Washington's up by 7 right now.
I think Washington's going to lead by 7, probably after 1. But then the rest of the game, I'm not seeing anything really clear on that.
Well, why is that?
It's cloudy right now. My time machine didn't come in this week. I'm gonna switch this off for football for just a second because I need you two basketball aficionados, probably more so than I am. I'm baseball first, football second, basketball third. You say you're basketball first?
I think so.
Basketball first, B?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, football second.
Yes, sir.
Or baseball? Does baseball get in there for you?
Baseball's
Captain?
third for me.
No, I think I'm just gonna stick to one.
Oh, you're only
one field.
Only field. Wow.
One field.
Yeah, but you got to get good at it though.
And you can't bring everything back to the Bulls. But even though what we're about to talk about is actually going to end up talking about the Bulls.
Yes.
Because we're going to talk about the Carmelo Anthony trade to Oklahoma City. So obviously has everything to do with the Bulls, right?
Yes, it does. Actually.
Yeah, everything.
Just hold on. Just stay on the line.
Yeah, this is
stay on the line. It's gonna come. It's gonna come around. I promise you. Melo gets traded to Oklahoma City for Enes Kanter. This past year, averaged 14.3 points, 6.7 rebounds, career averages of 11.3 and 6.7. That's pretty good for his consistency on the rebounding side. Dougie McBuckets.
McBuckets, baby.
McBuckets. Handsome man.
And some cash, right?
And second round 2008 Chicago Bulls second round pick. Based upon my math, I'm going to take away 82 games in a season. They're going to lose more than half of them. That's going to be a decent pick on the second round.
Well, second round more than half in the Eastern Conference. That means you're going to the playoffs.
Oh, that's bad, huh? They may win like 35 games and still make the playoffs.
That Eastern Conference is horrible.
It's bad.
There's no talent in the East.
Oh my goodness! Think about all these. Oh wait, Jimmy Butler got traded from the East to the West.
Listen,
Carmelo's
east to the West.
The entire Bulls team from last year is over in Minnesota right now.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Minus D-Rose
and OKC because they got that second round pick for in the trade last year. They brought Dougie McBuckets and Taj Gibson to Oklahoma.
But Taj just went to Minnesota.
And Taj. Jeez, what's wrong with OKC? Maybe KD was right.
It's the water.
Something in the water.
It's Tornado Valley.
Okay, but now you've got Melo, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook all on the same team. of the top 9 isolated scorers. You know, that's where the ball stops moving and
All
the person.
three.
All three of them are there.
All
three are
of them
there. Yeah, this might implode.
The ball movement in OKC might be muerto.
No, look, it's going to be natural. Either the three are going to have to figure out a way to score only 20 points a game, or they're all going to score 30 points a game.
I can see
It's not possible.
I can see Paul George being a share, numbers coming way down, scoring, and being more of a facilitator. But that means that I think he'd have the ball in his hands more often. And I don't know if Russ is going to be okay with that.
He's not. Russ is not going to be okay with that.
I don't know if Russ. I know he's got that attitude, and he says he wants to win. I'm not sure if he does.
Russ can't play without the ball. Russ just, and I legit, last year as an anomaly of a season, he averaged a triple-double, which was amazing. But Russ cannot play without the ball.
Did he mess around?
He did mess around
all
year long.
And got himself a triple-double.
But yeah, he can't play without the ball. He can't play ISO. I mean, you're right. He can't do that. I don't see this being anything effective. And I think Carmelo, I also want Carmelo to make it actually to the Blazers. I thought that would have been a much better trade. Much better for the trade.
He doesn't like the Pacific Northwest.
I don't blame him.
What are you talking about? It's fantastic up there.
I love it up there, but you know,
Portland was great. Seattle's great.
I love Portland. I love Seattle, but he doesn't. He's a New York guy, and that's about the furthest away from New York you can be.
Oh, so Oklahoma City, that's a good place for
Yes,
a black guy from New York.
It's a huge city, bro.
You know what?
It's a huge city.
He could
Huge metro
get
area.
lost in the haze of smoke in the Pacific Northwest.
Look,
All those hipsters wouldn't care who he was. They'd think, he must be a beach volleyball player. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't care.
yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work, man. I mean, well, maybe it might work because Carmelo doesn't want to do shit on the court.
Right, he's a scorer. Score.
What were his
He's
numbers?
not a facilitator.
B, what were his numbers this past year?
I'll find out 1 second.
He had 3 3-pointers,
Yeah,
4 4-pointers, and a partridge.
yeah. Look, he likes to sit around and not do shit. He don't play defense. He drives once in a great while. All he wants to do is sit behind that 3-point line.
Last season,
Last
he played
season.
74 games,
74.
averaged 22.4 points,
22.4.
5.9 rebounds, and
5.9
2.9 assists.
5 rebounds, bro.
And he has some bad shooting numbers. He used 43% field goals,
Yeah.
35% 3-pointers.
That's why I don't know why
doesn't-
anybody wants
hold on.
him right now.
Hold on. Those are Kobe numbers.
Well, I'll check.
Those are. I mean, hey, you know what?
No, they're not Kobe numbers.
Kobe's numbers.
No,
It's like-
Kobe was about 20, 25, 26 average.
No. I'm talking about
No,
percentages.
the 3 and field goal. He's Kobe numbers.
Percentages.
Except Kobe's 25
Yeah, four.
points.
Yeah, even 43%.
Kobe had more assists basically.
Yeah, well, Kobe had more assists?
Yes, Kobe averaged 4.7, while Carmelo only averaged 2.9.
Wow. But that was just last year, 2.9, right?
Well, no, for his career, he's 3.1.
Hey, see? Improvement. Holy shit.
Okay, give us a
Kobe Bryant.
Yes, Kobe
The
being Bryant.
one who every argument about him was he's
That he's the greatest.
He's a ball hog.
He averaged 5 assists a game.
Averaged
basically.
almost 5 assists a game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And no one will say like a bad thing about Carmelo because he's such a good teammate in the
Oh,
Olympics.
talk about that to the Nuggets
in
then.
the Olympics. They say he's the best teammate on that team, and he's
Because
from
that's
New
his
York,
only chance to win. That's why.
and he's smooth.
to who?
He's got a smooth brother.
He's nothing.
He's nothing but smooth.
Listen, Carmelo's been a joke for a long time. Okay.
No.
He's been a
Hey,
joke.
no,
Hold up. Pump the brakes,
I'm
bro.
taking away your
Pump the brakes.
No joke. You scored 22 points in the NBA. You're not a joke. Average. I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
You averaged 22 points. Look, there's a guy that
To what he's being talked. Everybody wanted him. Everybody talks about Carmelo like he's a LeBron.
He's not.
No.
He's not. But
Carmelo is a serviceable shooting forward. He's a great player for his position.
Carmelo
he does
is-
great.
Take the hold on.
I
You know how
don't
we
know.
just not him? I'm not UB. You just said serviceable, and Carmelo Anthony is a Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. First ballot.
get out of here.
No, he's right. He's right. I'll give it to
He's
him.
one of the
No.
he's one of the
He's
greatest
one of the
scorers
one of the best scorers in that
in
position.
the history of the game. Not just in this current realm. It just is.
Yeah, I've seen nothing
And
great.
I
from
hate
him.
to tell you, if you need one shot in Oklahoma City, and those 3 guys are on the court, he's taking the shot every single time. Russ may not let him. You know what I mean? But he's the one who should be shooting it.
Well, look, I don't know. I don't like the way he plays. I've not seen. I didn't see anything great when he was in with the Nuggets. Then he ends
they
up.
made it to a Western Conference final.
It's so
Have the Clippers ever made it to the Western Conference final?
No.
they haven't. And do you want to talk about the nonsense that they went through the last? How many years was Sterling with them?
DT. Hey, don't talk about Uncle
Since the beginning of the
Hey.
basically when they moved up to L.A. in 1982.
Please don't talk
So there you
about
go.
Uncle Donald.
There you go. So that guy just cursed that team for I don't know another 20 fucking
You
years.
do know I'm related to him, right?
I don't give a shit.
Whoa, Uncle Donnie, you hear that?
Nothing.
We're gonna have to evict another one of them, Uncle Donald. It's funny how
I don't know.
all old racist people are named Donald.
I just don't see nothing great from Carmelo. So you guys can give me all your stats and all your all this other bullshit, but
stats.
I don't see anything good from him. I think
wouldn't wanna-
Jackson had every reason
I'm not
to
building my
talk
team
shit
around
about
him.
him.
I'm not building my team around him. He's not the guy I want.
I wouldn't pick him.
But there's 26 other teams at probably, if we're talking 5 years ago, there's 26 other teams that would have taken him every single time. The Lakers wanted him.
Okay, so
everybody would want him.
What happened what happened the minute he landed in New York? What happened that they could not cut it?
We could figure out who the general manager was at that time.
No, but screw the general manager.
Look,
the players can take you to a certain degree.
You asked me a question. The thing is, the general manager traded his entire freaking team, the players who actually played on his team, for Carmelo Anthony. And when he got in New York, he got there with the.
When we get the year for you,
Yeah, but it was the guy from Phoenix, the Stoudemire.
Stoudemire, he had J.R. Smith.
Stoudemire was done at that point already. By the time Stoudemire got to New York, I think he had a half a good year.
no, Stoudemire was just really, really good when Nash was feeding him the ball.
He also had microfracture knee surgery in between. He had it. He had that surgery.
But he
in
bounced.
Phoenix.
He bounced back from that pretty good.
No, that's what I'm saying. He signed. Phoenix didn't sign him again. He wasn't traded. He left as a free agent,
Okay.
and Phoenix didn't want him again because of the surgery. Then he went to New York.
Okay. Who did Carmelo come into in New York?
He came in 2011. I'm getting it up right now.
Ooh, he's getting it up.
Wow. B.
You took
it's
it
a family
about,
show.
so
bro.
you took it about 19 minutes ago, B.
Yeah. So here it is. The New York Knicks
Let's
traded
get it on.
Wilson Chandler, Raymond Felton. Denver gets Wilson Chandler, Raymond Felton, Danilo Gallinari,
Yeah.
Mozgov, and the Knicks 2014 first-round pick, the
Okay.
Warriors 2002,
All right.
2012 second-round pick, and the Warriors 2013 second-round pick, and $3 million. Anthony goes to New York with Chauncey Billups, Sheldon Williams, Anthony Carter, and Ronaldo Balkman.
And who's already in New York at
Checking
that
it
time?
right now.
Chickadee check.
Chickadee check. Microphone check.
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith.
And who's the other gentleman that was there?
And nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
Nothing.
They don't have it in this article.
Hey guys,
right now.
when are we going to talk about soccer?
No, bro.
We're
Nothing.
not going to do it.
Go Premier League.
Go get out of here.
It's J.R. Smith. They had
Was Schumpert there?
Shump is there.
I think Shump got there a little bit later. But whatever.
Their point guard was
I'm pulling up the roster.
okay. So look,
Yeah, he pulled up the
you yourself was saying that you wouldn't build a team around Carmelo.
No, but he's still a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
I wouldn't build around Scottie Pippen
Why
either,
not?
but he's a Hall of Famer too, right?
Yeah,
Hey.
but Scotty went
It
great
was
with
Mike Bibby, Tyson Chandler, Baron Davis, Tony Doug.
We didn't have one old
Yeah,
excuse
Dan
for a point guard. We had
Gadzura.
two of them. Who gets reach?
Jeremy Lin actually was on that
Jeremy
one. too.
Lin's in there.
MVP.
Amon Schubert, J.R.
Hall of
Smith,
Fame.
and Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah. I mean, he had
That
a
sounds like a
mediocre
pretty decent team. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He had a
By
good.
name.
He had a decent team. That
But the
these
first year-
players
the
are now
first-
in other. These players are now in other teams. Two of them win a championship with LeBron. Okay, so his backcourt could have they would have done great for him. That's what I'm saying. He cannot take a team anywhere.
But
So Oklahoma just picked
you're
up-
trashing. You're putting him in the trash, and I'm just telling you, have more. B and I both said have more respect.
I'm not gonna have it.
Yeah, not gonna do it, Mom.
I'm not gonna have it.
Stop. Sorry, everybody. I haven't taken my meds today.
Please take them.
Actually, I took it about an hour and a half ago. It works.
Well, they're not
It's
kicking in
Oh, they been kicking.
fast enough.
They kick.
Yeah, so I whatever. Whatever with that team.
Oh, that was a good one there.
I don't see.
Thanks, Captain
Look,
Black
I
Ass.
I see Russ getting a little frustrated this next year, and there's going to be
Does
issues.
Russ sign his extension now? $240 million he hasn't signed. He has an extension that's on the table, and if he signs it before the start of the season, he gets guaranteed $240 million, and he hasn't signed it
I don't know.
since the first day of free agency. They've had it on the table for him.
He's been talking to.
They can't give him any more money.
Listen, his word. He's been very cryptic about everything that Durant did. Okay, so for him
Bring it
to
back to gangs again. Cryptic. Son of a bitch. The Bloods and the Cryptics. Yeah.
By the way, did you guys hear? That's another thing.
You getting that right now?
This is another thing that bothers me, and I'm going off topic right now. But Durant and his Twitter bullshit.
Tweet.
Did you guys hear about that?
No.
His
Yep.
fake accounts
Yep.
talking shit to the Oklahoma staff.
Yeah, I did. It was
He literally
hilarious.
talks shit to the
He
staff?
created different accounts to talk shit to Oklahoma
okay.
staff.
And what happened was he was responding back to somebody who tweeted at him,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he forgot to switch accounts, so it was actually his original account talking shit instead of his fake account talking shit.
This is
My bad, bro.
Just a bit, right?
this is
Unsend.
this is the MVP.
Hell yeah. Hey, you don't have to be smart to be good at basketball. No, he's really smart, actually. He's just childish.
Yeah, he's thin-skinned.
He's
thin-skinned.
childish. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That yeah. Okay.
The best quote about it, in my opinion, is Draymond Green saw him the next day and just laughed in his face about it. Because Draymond Green said, "Why do you do it? Why are you doing
Draymond
something
Green
like that?"
punched some dude when he went back to Michigan State and has a trial date set for it because he punched some dude who said he sucked.
Yeah,
And he's laughing.
Yeah.
And no one's talking about that, but they're talking about Kevin Durant's a pussy.
Yep.
okay.
Hey, Kevin Durant, you want to give the show a call? Call us 909-360-8330. Hey, KD, I saw you.
Or
up
you
there.
know what? Hey, hit us up on
yeah.
Twitter on one of your
Twitter?
fake accounts.
No. 909-360-8330. Kevin Durant, call me. We saw each other at the Kovalev war fight. It was pretty
You
sweet.
had better seats than him.
Hit
didn't you?
us up
I
on
did.
Twitter with one of his fake accounts.
Ooh, yeah, all of your fake accounts.
Come on, one of the fake
Oh,
accounts.
dude.
Kaotic Sports.
KD.
Come on, KD.
Chaotic Sports.
We want to hear from you.
tweet.
Nothing.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, don't forget. You can call us anytime. Talk about what we talked about. Talk about something else you want to talk about. That's 909-360-8330. Again, this is Chaotic Sports. I am the Jew.
What do we not talk about?
I am the Jew.
I'm Captain.
And that's
Yeah, B. Hi.
that's B.
Sorry, that was B.
And then we are, as always, we say it at least once or twice an hour. We are 100% sucker free and 100% soccer free.
Get
That's
that right.
That is right. No MLS. Sounds like something you don't want to
Dutchie's writing notes on us right now.
love.
Keeping
Notes.
tabs.
Your bill is due today, sir. I hurt myself today.
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Bruff.
You guys are a bunch of fools. Again, 909-360-8330. Call us. Talk about football, foosball, basketball, baseball. Because
Foosball.
you know we're about to talk about those Dodgers.
Wait, are we ever going to talk about golf? Is that a sport?
Sure.
Golf is a sport. Nothing's important going on right now, so move on.
Sorry, sir.
I did look up the list of 25 celebrities and their sports, their like what sports teams they're connected with, and it literally listed Paulina Gretzky for the sports fan, for her husband.
Really? I wonder what sport she's going to be connected to. That's
What? No.
curious.
No, it's golf.
Really?
She's married to Dustin Johnson, the golfer.
Oh,
She's like his main groupie.
good for her.
It's my heart. It's my heart right there. That's my girl, Dustin Johnson. They call me DJ.
All right. Jesus Christ. So,
How else can they get a hold of us?
Twitter. Tweet.
Or interact live on the live stream on YouTube.
Shit, live stream. YouTube.
Live stream, yeah.
Yeah, we're on YouTube right now.
So, sent you
Chaotic
guys, we sent the message out. We've been calling out to you guys.
Calling out.
Call
in
in
the
to us now.
world.
Whatever you want to talk about. Twitter,
You want to talk about politics?
Kaotic Sports.
We talk about our representative.
FB, Kaotic Sports.
FB2.
Or you know what? Hit us up on Gmail.
Gmail, because
Kaotic Sports 1. That's right, bro.
is that AOL or what is that?
I just said Gmail,
I
bro.
know, but I literally talked to somebody the other day who has an
AOL.
who still has an SBC Global account,
Oh,
and he
Fantastic.
told me his
How are they
one of his
still-
good buddies has an AOL account. I thought maybe my Excite.com email is still available. Maybe I can go find.
is that what it says? Excite?
You don't remember the search? One of the first search engines. It was Excite and Yahoo at the time,
No,
and Yahoo bumped out Excite.
no. I
He-
thought it was AOL.
Google was going to sell themselves to Excite, but Excite said no. But that's on one of my other shows that I do to talk about stuff like that.
Oh, our bad. Our
That's
bad.
fantastic.
Hey, you crossed the line,
Hey,
bro.
you profiled Excite. That's fantastic.
I'm going to.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm gonna be a guest speaker on that one because I still have
You crossed the line.
I have.
Hey, Andrew's listening. Hey, Andrew.
Andrew,
Andrew.
how you doing?
Hey, Andrew West.
No, he's the guy that does a show with Nurture on Thursday nights.
Oh, Andrew McNamoni. Hey, Andrew McNamoni, how are you, bud? What's going on? Yeah, so we again 909-8360-8330. Give us a call. Talk about foosball today. Talk about the baseball. Baseball is coming up, and then but we're definitely going to talk about Mr. Trump and all the protests that are going on today around football. LeBron's response to President Trump and what he said. We'll talk
You
all about
bum.
that. Your bums. We'll talk about all that a little bit later. We could talk about some of the Dodgers now, but I think we should probably just put like the whole last hour and a half about for the Dodgers.
No.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. Don't you forget it, los Dodgers. Hey, Roy, where were you today? Oh, sorry, Captain.
Bro,
So sorry. So sorry.
you just
Oh, the veil.
you just exposed me,
Oh my
bro.
God.
You just exposed me. I'm like fucking Batman.
You were
I was at the game,
the game,
and
the Charger game.
the Dodgers
Oh, how'd they do today?
won.
Oh,
I had to leave.
you had to leave.
I had to
Why?
be somewhere important.
Where? When are you going to get there? They're waiting for you. You can leave now if you must.
I believe it was 3-1?
They won. They beat Los Gigantes 3-1.
3-1. We saw a fan get thrown out.
Did he eat too many nachos?
He was he interfered in a play.
How do you interfere in a play?
Well, sir, I'm gonna paint it for you.
I'm not much of an art fan. But go ahead.
No, so I don't know what you guys think about this. So there's a foul ball.
A foul?
It's
like,
going off to the
didn't
right
smell
hand
right?
field.
Didn't smell right, like foul.
It's going off to the right hand
Or like
right field. Going to right field, and Pants is chasing it down.
Pants. You know, the guy Pants.
And
Hey,
Go-
Chewy from La Puente. What's up, boy?
Jesus Christ, which one did you take today? My God,
My God.
nothing is getting through you. So, anyways, fan interference. Pants try to catch it. Gets struck by a fan. In fact, the fan's elbow was in Pence's glove. And they
Dude
end up-
tried to throw an elbow at Pence while he was doing it.
it looked like he was just trying to reach for it, and his elbow went into his glove. And that's the way it looked in the screen on the fucking Megatron.
Megatron. Yes, that's what Megatron's doing now. He retired to
The whatever
show
the,
replays at Dodger Stadium.
whatever the hell that screen is called.
Yes.
Megatron.
Megatron.
No, it looked like
We will defeat you.
there was the individual that went for it was leaning over the wall. The elbow goes into the glove. Pence sees that, kind of backs away from it. He wasn't going to catch the ball. The ball was already bouncing off the wall. So it went into review, and they called. I forget who the batter was, but they called him out, and immediately went and escorted the fan out.
For bad taste in clothing?
Is that cool?
I think not. I think if you're not going to have nets up all around the stadium, you know, we can bring that up as well. If you're not going to have nets all the way up and the fans can reach for the ball, I think they should be more than allowed to reach for the ball. So it's going to work for you sometimes. It's going to work against you other times. And that fan hopefully is just moved. I hope his seat is moved and not kicked out of the stadium.
No,
that would be
once you're player interference, you get thrown out of the park.
That's what they tell you, but do you
No,
know
you
what-
get
do
thrown out.
Do you know somebody personally has been thrown out of the park? Well, that's probably a dumb question because you probably do. But do you know somebody that's personally has been thrown out? If you've been thrown out of Dodger Stadium,
Call us.
909-360-8330. I want to know what happens. Do they literally like immediately out the door? Or do they give you like if you're cool and you don't talk back to them? Do you have a chance to just, like I said, move your seat?
Out of experience watching them escort people out, they get taken all the way out. Watching them.
I guess I don't follow them out. You know?
No, you don't. You get scared. You just sit in your
I
seat.
do. I'd rather just sit. I'd rather watch the game.
I know.
I don't care about the accident. I don't care. I don't need to see it. You know,
So,
I'm okay with that.
I don't know. I mean, is that something? B, I think he's doing something over here. I don't know.
Just smelling my.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can
It
drive
kind
home
of
if it comes down to it.
sucks to get the fan thrown out, but I guess it's one of the rules.
Sorry.
Hit us up on Twitter if you think it's a stupid rule
Or
amongst all of them.
yeah. Or if you've been thrown out of Dodger Stadium.
Or if you've been thrown out.
909-360-8330. If you just want to tell us we're a bunch of idiots. 909-360-8330. If you want to tell us.
And the phones are lighting up. No kidding.
Oh, shit.
No.
Hello, this is Earl from the Valley. And then, just like I said, just give us a shout. Tell us what you think. Talk to us. And
All right, so now going back to basketball, there's the Bulls have finally are buying out Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
So is Cleveland gonna stack up a little bit more, or is it gonna go to OKC and stack that team a little bit more?
Let's go to Cleveland. Easier route.
I would say so.
You're definitely gonna probably. Let's see. You got a 97 percentile that you're gonna make the finals.
If he goes to
And you can play half the season if you want.
what if he goes to Cleveland? Yeah, I mean
he doesn't. 60 games. You know what I mean? If there's any games, you know, not any back-to-backs you're out. Any
he might be
2 out of 3s. You know,
Mr. Six Man with him and do actually pretty good.
he is a small shooting guard. What's his position?
He's a shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard.
Who is the current shooting guard of the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Let's pick. Which do you want, D Rose or you want? I mean,
No.
D Rose is a shooting guard right now because Isaiah's going to be the
Well, Isaiah's not gonna
the
start.
point guard.
I thought it was going to be Isaiah and D Rose starter and backup. That's how I understood that. But I may be wrong.
Who's the what's the
Corver.
Oh,
What's the
no,
starter?
he's going to be the
Corver, J.R. Smith,
Yeah.
Iman Shumpert,
It's going to be probably no.
and Dante Jones.
They may
It's
just
gotta
put J.R.
be-
Smith again just because
Nah.
he knows the system. But he works well, and he doesn't need
Yeah,
the
but he was
shots,
coming
you know?
off the bench.
There was a game or two where he was coming off the bench, and they put Corver in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I don't know about Corver being a starter with them.
Isn't he like the J.J. Redick before there was? I mean, he was
He was good when he got started in Atlanta. He was really good.
Let's talk about lemon pepper.
And
wings.
I don't know what.
Lemon pepper wings. We'll talk about wings and more things after
Jesus
this
Christ, that strain
break.
is
Come back with us
a little
after
different
this.
strain today.
Chaotic Sports. I'm the Jew. That's the captain. And that's B.
Hello,
See you in 2.
bye.
You're clear. I'm giving you 3 minutes.
Clear. Got 3 minutes.
So, you remember we talked about that whole sports stars? You can't hear me. Remember we talked about that whole sports stars having their own albums and stuff like that? I got some good ones up there for you guys to listen to.
What do you want me to talk about? I put muted us both, but I think it was just you and I talking because these guys headphones off anyway.
we
can-
coming on?
Yeah, I can mute you in a little bit. When Bernard gives me the sign. You want to start off with your game afterwards?
Yeah, if you like, 30 seconds.
The whole of this tournament will be quite happy that England.
This is chaoticradio.com.
.com. Good afternoon, evening, everybody.
It's evening,
Still
bro.
Evening. Still evening. Good evening, everyone out there. Thanks for listening. This is Chaotic Sports. I am the Jew, Jeremy G. We got Captain Blackass,
Hello.
and we got B.
Yo.
Hey, hey. What's up? What's up? We're having a little bit of fun, talking about sports. If you haven't heard us before, welcome. Bienvenidos. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo están?
Okay, ¿cómo estamos? Or hey, ¿cómo estamos? How are we? That's good, right? Yeah, está bien.
Move on.
Muévate. Muévate. Again, we are Chaotic Sports, just having a little bit of fun, talking about some sports, talking about some other BS too. In the meantime, if you want to get a hold of us, you can do it on all social media profiles. We are at Chaotic Sports on Facebook, Chaotic Sports 47 or something like that on Twitter. Was that on Twitter?
What are we on Twitter?
Yeah, what's our tweet?
Chaotic Sports.
Oh, at Chaotic Sports. Which is the one
At
we had
Chaotic Sports.
Which is the one we had to like
Name
put,
of
like,
our show.
No. Which is the one we need to put the numbers behind the Chaotic Sports?
Gmail.
Oh, it's our
Chaotic
Gmail.
Sports
What-
1
Chaotic Sports 1
at Gmail.
at Gmail. All right. And
Get
then-
it right, bro.
Get it right, bro. Yeah. And that's 909-360-8330 if you want to talk about anything but soccer. You got it. Anybody catch any good cricket action this week?
You know what? Yeah.
I think it was off. I think the Cup for the Ashes wasn't playing right now, so that's actually come November.
Sorry, the cup for the
Cup
Ashes.
for what?
I think it's called the Cup for the Ashes or something like that, and it's the
We're not supposed
England versus
We're not supposed to know
Australia
anything about cricket.
or New Zealand,
Is
and
this-
that's like the biggest.
Yes.
That's like their
This
Super
is
Bowl.
like Mr. Wilson from Home Improvement. Like,
B? Over?
like
Yes.
well, no, he's not supposed. We're not talking about cricket. Is sort of. Oh, it's like how Adam is like Matt Damon can never make it on Jimmy Kimmel's show by being invited as a guest.
Well, hey, listen.
Cricket was supposed to be our thing. We're supposed to talk about cricket like we knew about it.
They
and we were
got
gonna- and we were
1
gonna talk
minute.
about it.
Okay, I was right. It is the Ashes. It's
And
between
then we weren't supposed to know
Australia.
anything about it.
It's Australia versus England. And it's called the Ashes, and that is the tournament they do.
I'm going for India. They've had it rough.
No. Who is it? Be Indian who?
No, Australia,
Australia.
and England.
I'm going for Australia. Australia.
By the girls who were hotter level, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Better food and girls are hotter.
Yes. Their teeth are
Sorry, Kathy.
nice.
You got that if you're listening. There's about a 3% chance. Yeah, so again, we're Chaotic Sports. We got some things to talk about. B, you got a game for us going right now?
Actually, I do. You gave me a great idea of trying to find
Which
out.
one?
Well, you had a couple good ideas this week, but I thought it was really, really good because you said, listen, put more music out there.
Can you cut that part of the show and put a segment there so I can have that as a button?
Yeah, I can.
Can you
I actually
shut
can if
the
you really
F
want
up?
that. So I went on YouTube and I went on a couple of sites and I started looking up sports stars who had their own albums or music.
Sweet.
And I want you guys to start ranking a couple of these guys.
Do it.
So you ready?
Yes.
The first one, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He does not have something.
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
does.
does.
Is it a cover of Smack My Bitch Up?
No. He has a rap.
Whoa.
There's no edited version
I
of
don't
this.
feel comfortable.
That guy's racist, bro.
This is like when Kim Kardashian did a song, they put his vocals at such a low level.
Okay, listen.
You can't hear his vocals because like the music's louder than his
All right,
vocals.
hold on. B, pause this shit.
Whoa,
Listen.
whoa. Con respecto, please.
And we have to be in agreement with this. If we're gonna talk about those people,
Which people?
What people?
I don't even want to say their name, bro.
Boxers?
No. He mentioned a certain individual.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Floyd
Did you say the K word?
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah. Yes. All right. I do not want to support that group whatsoever. So I hope.
Trust me, we're not supporting anybody right now. So
Yeah. No, I don't want them to. I don't want their names to come out of our show whatsoever.
because we're gonna do what?
I don't care. I just don't want to hear it.
Kardashian, Jenner Kardashian. Jenner Kardashian.
Black China,
Oh, that's Kardashian
Black
adjacent.
Black China.
Rob Disick.
Kanye West.
I'd rather not.
Chloe's hot black assistant.
All right, keep on with the
what
music.
you guys think about that track?
That was horrible.
If I am I ranking them like 1 to how many we got?
Are we going 1 to 0?
Oh,
One
I
to
got
10?
1, 2, 3. You got 3. You got 4 to go through.
4 to
The
go through.
Jew has the biggest
you want some
marker
more?
I've ever seen in life.
All right,
You
go.
want some more Floyd?
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah, no more Mayweather. No,
we're
that's
good.
horrible.
Come on, it only has 29,000 views on YouTube.
Oh, he's not making any money off his YouTube channel. It's so sad. I bet
No.
you Chaotic Sports has more viewers right now too.
No,
Hi,
no,
everybody.
no.
Hi, 29,00001
And
people out
actually,
there.
Roy, move
Yo.
over to your
Love
left.
you.
To my left?
Yeah.
To your left. Oh no. Hey.
Yeah, that's close enough.
That's, there.
The camera you're looking at actually is above the KA
Oh, I think
in
The K-
Chaotic Radio. That's the one that's on you.
Oh, perfect. I love it.
Okay, so what's our next track? Don't even tell us who it is.
Don't tell you? Okay.
We got to guess who this is.
Okay, this one shouldn't be that hard then.
Right. Yo. It's like this. What I live for? Basketball.
Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous.
That's horrible.
I just figured that out. I have to change my last ranking.
Who is this?
No, you know who it is.
This is Kobe.
Yes. B. Tell me, it's like his brother that he doesn't have.
No, this is Kobe Bryant from the album KOBE.
That's a good name for an album.
Wait,
I like
what's-
that.
wh-
Wait, he has an album?
Album KOBE.
Yes.
There's like 11 other of these?
and Tyra Banks is on this track.
Tyra Banks and Moesha. Wait, did Moesha end up on it?
No, she's on one other song.
Oh, because they were like in high school.
Yeah, he took her to prom.
Took her, he took her to prom, baby. Yeah,
He took her to prom.
I can't believe I have to not make Floyd Mayweather the lowest ranked.
Wait, are we doing a 1 to 10?
No. Who's the best of these 4? You're gonna go 1 through 4.
Oh, we're only
Yeah,
getting
we're
4.
getting 4. So let's just do 1 through 4. So
And 1 being the worst.
1 being the best, I think. Yeah, top number 1.
No,
Don't confuse yourself.
I'm confused.
Yes, already. 1 is usually the top number. First place. 1 first place.
Whatever,
So,
bro.
B, what's our next one from the world of?
I'm getting it right now. I found a football group actually.
Oh,
No, like
you know,
American football.
American football, not none of the soccer stuff.
I hope you bring the best for number
It's-
1.
It's not the Bears.
No, it is. It's an actual 3 offensive linemen.
Wait, the white,
No.
the white kind.
Yeah.
That's not fair. Come on.
Yes, they got a fucking
Wait,
guitar.
there's rapping.
No, this
No,
is a
it's just-
guitar,
just-
bro.
I want
Sports stars.
Nah, that's actually pretty decent. I could see me getting my lighter out right now. That's good.
By the way, Washington's up 14-0.
And the bass player's black as always, and he's on the same team.
He's got the most soul. This is a really, honestly, I would listen if you told me.
Let
this
them
was-
sing.
Hey, musically. That's not horrible.
Is this Metallica?
It's like Metallica. It's like something's about
It's
to.
Metallica before he blows up.
No, it's almost
Oh,
like Stained. It's almost
shoot.
like Aaron Lewis. All the way. I like
So this is Free Reign.
Free Reign.
I honestly think
Wait,
I've
they have
heard
a name?
I've seen them on they perform.
Okay, Free Reign is is Mark Colombo from the Cowboys, Leonard Davis from the Cowboys, and Corey Proctor from the Cowboys.
What the hell?
All offensive linemen in their own band.
They are.
This is pretty good as far as I'm concerned.
Look it up right now. They perform. I've seen them on. I've seen them on like festival lineups.
Shut the hell up.
I've seen the words.
No,
free
they have
range.
not.
Maybe it was free range when I bought the chicken.
Maybe
last night.
Free Range. You bought some
I did
chicken.
make chicken last night, so I could be getting those two confused, but I'm pretty sure I've seen Free Reign playing the third day of Stagecoach next year or something like that. That would be like the Ozfest. What are they called now? It's not Slipknot Fest. It's not Ozfest. It's like thrash your head to the something fest and go to San Manuel Amphitheater, whatever. Is it back to San Manuel Amphitheater?
Still San Manuel, yeah.
Okay, yeah, over there.
No, it changed.
I think they.
It's
did-
Glen Helen again.
Yeah, I think it went back. Yeah, I think they're the Indians. They had a problem with the parking situation there. Worst venue I've ever been to.
It still is.
It's fantastic venue to go see a concert. If you have a decent seat, that's a great place. But to get out of it, figure 2 hours. 2 horas.
So what's next?
I know. B. What's our number 4?
Number
Four.
four.
4 on the float.
Number 4.
Let's get down some mo. Yeah. Oh yeah. Get funky. Get funky. Oh, I know who this is.
We don't want food schnickets. We want the guy who's
No.
Yeah.
Fast forward it.
Yeah, isn't it? He does kind in the middle of this one there. I know who you're talking about. But you can't play Shazam. Can you play Shazam
Actually,
rap?
I had something better, but
He's got better ones.
I had a
Yeah. He's decent.
This is the one I wanted, but something else came up instead.
Game technology.
No, he's got better stuff.
Why the acting faking jack, you're not a friend to me. I peeped your card, you're not as hard as you pretend to be. Who wanna spark it with the
I don't like
chocolate,
this example.
macadamia,
Change
You
my
don't
vote.
like
This is bad.
That is. I know who it is.
He's got a better one.
And Shaq Fu.
Yeah, he's got better shit.
He's trying to be like a soul singer right there. That sounded kind of creepy. I got a little creeped out.
No.
I just changed my vote
Shaq.
again.
No way, man. How do you know
I,
which one's which with that little?
I know exactly which one's which. Because Bernard's going to remind us. That's right. All right. We had 4 musical acts to choose from.
One more.
5, you fucking asshole.
I already asked the question how many were there, and I was told 4.
Yeah, you were. Then I found that offensive line band. I had to put him in.
Now I have to change my friggin' voting
You'll
again.
figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Why? Because I'm good with math.
Sort of. It's part of your heritage.
Mon départ?
That was racist.
That's wonderful.
Who the f- This gotta be Tony Parker.
It is.
Is that who it is?
Tony Parker with Jamie Foxx.
I hate him.
That's the best song we've heard out of the 5. Oh, yeah. Go, Tony. Used to mess with even Longoria. She fine. She's a bad mama jamma.
I'm telling you, that was the best one. Easy.
No
Yeah.
way, man.
My second choice is yes. No. Let's do tabulation of all the.
No, come on.
all the
Put
votes. All the votes. Okay,
We're
put
gonna
them in, guys.
we're
Put them
gonna
in.
count them all the votes. We're gonna count them all up. Count them all up. All right. It's
I'll give
And-
you the
alright.
music. Hold up.
all right.
Oh,
There we
thanks.
go. Why? That didn't sound. That didn't sound legit. That's right. All right, Captain.
You
Who-
needed
who-
to bring up
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
outstanding and skills.
Okay, we got 5 to choose from.
Yep.
We had the first one was who again?
Money.
Money TMT Mayweather.
Yes.
You gonna remind us of that, there, B?
Which one's this one? Outstanding?
Yeah, you asked for it.
That's Shaq
outstanding?
right there.
That's Shaq.
So then it's
That
skills.
sounds really good. I've changed my voting again.
I know that it was a bad song.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're capable of that bad though,
Bring skills up.
no, this is a good song. I couldn't tell. It doesn't even sound like him at all. It doesn't even sound like me. You know, when Shaq talks is really deep. You know that.
Okay, so the first one we listened to was
Floyd. Bad song.
This is horrible.
It's like the karaoke version of the song because, like, oh, I hear the music. Where's the? Ah, they're just trying to guide me. You think this is the first song that strippers at a strip club have to dance to at the beginning of the
Oh
night?
my god!
Start your shift off. You have to dance to this song.
If I'm sitting there, I'm falling asleep in the back room.
All right, guys, we're in Vegas. Hypothetical right here, right? Real quick, B. Let's listen. We're in Vegas,
right.
and we're standing. I don't even know the name of a strip club because I'm really not interested.
Sapphires.
His strip club is Sapphire. There's always been a Sapphires. He has his own out there now. So
He has his own?
unless he bought Sapphires, because Sapphires has been there for years.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's called. I think it has like his name in it somehow.
Oh.
He'll tell us in a second. But we're staying by there. It's convenient. We decide we want to go to a strip club. Are we going to Floyd's strip club?
Why not? Actually, no. We're going to the Palomino,
I'm not
See,
going
I
there.
wouldn't. That's the one person.
and the name of the strip club is called the Money Run.
The Money Run. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just saying that's not the guy who I want to give him $1. I don't want to give him $1.
If it was still open, I'd rather just go to Crazy Horse.
What, the one in West Covina?
Crazy Horse 2, bro.
That is actually. Have you ever
In
seen the
Las
name?
Vegas, yeah.
That is actually the restaurant, nightclub, whatever that thing is, was also called Crazy Horse 2. You know what it's going to be now? I told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Portos?
El Portos Cuban Bakery and Restaurant could be there at the Crazy Horse 2. You're welcome.
They
Southern
better send us some
California.
food.
Yes, free guava cheese, please. Free guava cheese, and give me one of them fancy cakes that looks great for my wife's birthday. That's awesome.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, fine. So we'll give you some dates when you
Nothing.
We'll give you some dates where we need some extra stuff. Again, this hour brought to you by no one. And if you want to sponsor us, Portos 909-360-8330.
Gotta be sponsored by somebody.
Sponsored by Portos. Putting it out there, Portos. Cubano.
we better have-
Talk to him. Talk
we-
to him, man. Talk to Cubano.
Hey, we better, we better have some lawyers ready.
We
When
love
they
you.
call us,
I
hey,
know.
hey, bro.
I'm telling you, I love you guys, man. I love you guys. It's great that you guys come to the community and you give back. I love it. love it. I see a big best baseball player.
He
qué
is-
Bueno.
Is he Puerto Cuban? Oh, yes, he is.
Ya sé el Puig.
Yes,
No
he'll
start
Puig.
today.
Cuban, no start.
We'll
'cause
get
he's
that.
a
We'll get that out of the way.
asshole
All right.
standing
So-
up, going to base.
So we got.
Are we going to rate these or what?
Yeah, I got Floyd as. I guess now we got 5 of them. I got Floyd as number 4.
I got
I think there are 3 better.
I got Floyd at 5.
Oh, wait, about a B? Where you got Floyd?
I'm giving Floyd 5.
Ooh,
He's at the bottom. That was pretty bad.
Wow,
That is horrible.
I mean, I'm with you, even though, because actually, I want to say Floyd and this guy's tied.
Yeah, I would. But
Kobe?
hold on. I expected greatness from Kobe. I think he did this in the early years, right?
Wait,
so
okay,
he
so-
didn't have that inner peace that he had at post Eagle, post Colorado conviction or
Yeah.
arrest.
This is his earliest stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's before that, right? So he didn't have that. Like he couldn't hear that was crap.
He was just trying to be better than Shaq.
Wait, I just found another one by Kobe. You want to listen to
Oh,
that?
fuck, please.
No, he's by 5.
No.
Please. He's going to be.
This one's titled LOSER Shaq Diss.
Oh, shit.
Sounds personal. Let's bring that back.
That is
up.
personal right
They
there.
like each other now again.
They don't like each other.
No, I think
They do not like each other.
they're business likers.
Oh, he had to put a good. Jeez. What?
Excuse me.
All you heard was stop. Can't take the hits no more.
Stop it.
Didn't know I had your block on. Stop
Did he say block on?
Hey, stop this. This should not be
Please.
recorded anywhere.
No. I can't believe he hasn't gotten an erase from all the world. Kobe, if you're listening, Kobe, we know you're listening.
We'll
Okay.
trade them to you guys.
Kobe, get this out of the universe. Whatever you delete
fucking
every
horrible.
computer on the planet if you have to. Oh my God!
Who let him record this?
Who said
What's
that?
the
Sounds like a
studio?
good idea.
I hope that studio's closed now.
That studio is most definitely closed.
Dutchie, did he come and do it here?
Dutchie! Dutchie! Wake up, Dutchie! Oh my God!
Oh
Turn
my
him off.
God!
He's
Turn
5.
this shit off.
You guys want to change your vote? You want to make Floyd 4?
I think they're both 5.
They're both 5.
You have to pick one.
Okay,
I just want to know.
Kobe's 5, Floyd's 4.
That's right. Jesus Christ. Kobe's you. I expect
Kobe's awesome
greatness.
of a basketball. He's not good behind the mic.
Well,
Man.
all right.
All right. So we got 5 and 4. Are we all?
Hold on.
I don't know. I don't know. No, I think we're gonna probably not
5.
agree.
All right. So let's move on.
Number 3. Number 3. Remind us who 3 was. That was our.
That was Free Reign.
That was Free Reign. You got Free Reign up there for B?
I should. Where the hell would it go?
I don't know. Be you're in charge.
It
over there.
sounded like this. No, with the list.
No, there was no. in
That's
there.
what it sounded like this.
Dwayne Wade gave back $8 million of his $23 million contract.
I hear it again. I want to put it back to the top. That sounds good. They could easily open for Stained.
B, do they have another song?
No, they don't need one. They're touring. We're gonna see them next week. That's good. Yeah. What do you think? That sounds pretty dope. All right, that's Free Reign. That's our number 3.
No, that's
Oh,
number
no.
1.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Number
I'm sorry.
one,
Yeah,
easy.
I'm sorry. That was our 3rd song we heard. I didn't say that was my number 3 or anything. I apologize. No, sorry, everybody. Sorry. Captain, who do you got in your number 3 spot?
What I mean,
In your number 3, you got Free Reign. You got Tony Parker.
Tony Parker's number.
Tony Parker's number 3 for you.
Well, yeah, we have Money and Kobe at number 5, right?
Well, you had.
I had Money at 5.
Yes, you had Money at 5.
And then Kobe was at 4.
Yeah.
But
So
then
who's
he
your
played
3?
that song
Who's
and
your-
just dropped them completely.
Right. But we're talking about 3 now. So who do you have in your number 3 spot? Tony Parker,
I'm gonna say-
Shaq, or the
I'm
Free
gonna
Reign?
say Tony Parker.
Tony Parker in the number 3 spot.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to hear more, because what I heard, they ascended very highly. B, who you? Is that Tony Parker?
No, that's Jimmy Fox doing the hook.
Oh,
Bring it back to Tony
Damn.
Parker, please.
that's smooth.
Nothing, son.
Hey, you meet a French girl?
He's got nothing.
Hey, if both of you meet a French girl who's wearing black
I'm
guys,
gonna play this.
you're gonna play this and be like, oh, oui, oui. You want the oui, oui? Yeah, okay. Yeah, B, who you got? Who you got in the number 3 spot?
You know, I think it's Shaq for me in 3.
Really?
Yeah, you know what? After you just played a second song for Free Reign, it is also Shaq for me
I
as well.
still
Shaq-
have
Shaq-
Shaq up there because he's got some good
Shaq
stuff
has
that
two.
we didn't play.
2 good things.
Shaq's
But
about
Shaq-
his personality, and he forgets about his personality, and it's the same kind of thing as Kobe. Somebody told him sounds good on some of that stuff, and it didn't. Some of it did. Some of it did, but we heard a few there, and
It was horrible.
to watch. So I agree. I think Shaq's 3, and you got the Tony Parker.
I had Shaq at 1.
But really?
You
Yeah.
can still have Shaq.
I
at 1.
still like. I've always liked
Then you
Shaq's.
put Shaq
his
at
music.
1. That's okay.
He's
I
got a
think
Kobe
you have
hater.
crappy taste, but
Yeah.
you know.
That's okay.
Yeah. And then B I have Tony Parker too.
Tony Parker 2, yeah, and Free
Because
Reign number 1.
Free Reign just knocked out the
Free
park for
Reign
the
is-
3rd song.
Free Reign.
Free Reign, you have. I'm gonna like your band tonight. I'm gonna ask you to come on our show next week and play a song.
I think they're in season. You got to wait till they're out of season.
Now they can play songs. They're playing Charters next week, so it's totally cool.
Oh yeah, they are.
No, they're not. I have no idea. I have no idea who's playing who. But I appreciate you trusting me.
They almost sound like one of those Christian rock bands.
Could be,
Yeah.
but like
Free Reign.
Shane. It's like Stain. It's like. Except that's not Aaron Lewis singing.
No.
But
Mark
it's-
Colombo.
Mark Colombo. Mark Colombo, 909-360-8330. I know your game's already over today.
Just call us, bro.
You just heard your song on the radio. We'll play the whole thing. you give us a call.
No, we won't.
That will be the second time it's ever been played.
Probably.
Yeah, they got 35,000 views.
And nobody's ever put them on a live
B, how many views do we
radio
have?
show. 35,002.
We got 2, bro.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You like that now?
What was that?
So that
What
was
the
our
hell is that?
that was our sports musicianship
Yes.
or lack thereof in Kobe and Money's case. And we have learned some things about free range tonight that I think we all love, and Captain still loves the Shaquille.
I'm still Shaq.
Still on Team Shakalak. So we're gonna give you a few little updates here. We've got some scores you want to go over on the NFL. We give those to the guys, and anybody who wants to give us a call at 909-360-8330. Talk about anything. Our 2 viewers on YouTube, give us a call. Hey, what's up? And the other 35,000, just stay there and chill. All right. But you too, you want to win on the radio and on the computer? 909-360-8330. We're gonna be talking about some baseball coming up, and we're probably gonna finish the show on a more serious note. We're gonna be talking about Trump, what he called the football players, and Donald, Mr. President.
POTUS.
And the POTUS, yes. And we're talking about what he said about Colin Kaepernick and the people who are opposing they are standing up against the, or kneeling against
Not standing, but kneeling.
not standing, but kneeling for the national anthem and their protest. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Some baseball, and then I'll give you some updates on some football games. You got those football games up and running?
You got all the scores. You want them?
Baseball? Yes, please.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit. Let's see.
Okay, so we have L.A. versus San Francisco. That was 41-39 that Thursday night
That
game.
was a very good game.
That's a great game.
I took the Rams in my pool, and I did not cover. They were favored by 3 points, it turns out.
Really, just 3?
Yeah,
Oh.
and they only won by 2 when they were up by 15 with about
2 minutes left. That was great.
I didn't put any real money on that.
The game we had this morning was Baltimore versus Jacksonville.
Who saw that coming?
Nobody. 7-44. Jacksonville beat them like they owed them money.
The only thing I'll tell you is something I heard last year, because they were talking about how the Rams and the Jaguars go to London every year.
So that's the ones that win.
They're the ones who are already used to the time change. They're already used to everything that's different for the other team is old hat for these two teams that go every single year. Yeah.
Okay, so next game, Denver and Buffalo, 16-26. Good Buffalo.
Again.
Wow.
Denver's been playing so good, and Buffalo's just,
I think Denver's a weird team because they beat really good teams, but they lose to so teams. And I think it's just all their
Pittsburgh
offense.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers always do that. They knock a bunch of people out in suicide pools every year because they just lose like to the Raiders when the Raiders were bad. It was just so funny. It was like, why do they keep losing to bad teams? Keep them a good team, knock them socks. What's next, B?
Next is New Orleans versus Carolina, 34-13. New Orleans finally found their offense again.
Did you watch it?
New Orleans Aints were not on TV today. I do not have the ticket. I do not have the direct TV. So New Orleans, yeah. But, Carolina is not. Carolina hasn't scored very many points this year. I know that. And apparently Christian McCaffrey hasn't done a damn thing because I haven't heard his name one time.
No, but the thing is Cam Newton's, everybody thinks it's Cam Newton's fault, but Cam Newton's been playing like Cam Newton always has. He averages like a touchdown. Again, he doesn't average like 2 or 3. He's not a pocket passer. He's really a runner. And what Carolina had a fluke year, in my opinion, and they did very well on it. And this is a team they always have been. Yeah.
So what? I mean, that year he won the MVP. I mean, it wasn't just one touchdown. It was
no. He was running. He was running. He was throwing. But his career averages. Let me look up his averages right now.
Oh, I know. I trust me. He's one of the most frustrating guys because unless he's running in a touchdown, he's worthless in fantasy. So, because he doesn't throw for huge numbers. But even that year they went the whole way. They didn't even have Benjamin that whole year. So, I'm a little confused there. So that's all right. We'll get back to that. What else we got? What's our next one?
Who's the next?
Next one is the one you said earlier, Pittsburgh versus Chicago.
You got knocked out of your survivor pool because you took Pittsburgh. suckers.
But that was surprising to everybody, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anybody in all the pools that I'm in or
They didn't pick.
weekly thing, no one picked Chicago.
Yeah, nobody.
Chicago
picked them.
hasn't been a good team. Pittsburgh always loses.
So that
games
one
they
guy in
shouldn't.
Vegas made a shitload of money.
You know what?
Well, whatever he put on.
Yeah.
Here's $1 for.
Yeah. I'll bet $1 on the
I
Bears
think
to
the Bears
win.
are gonna win.
Look, Mom, I cashed out $3. All right, go Bears.
Another one we talked about earlier, ATL versus Detroit, 30-26.
Should be 33-26. I am protesting this one.
Yeah, that was BS. That run down the clock, especially the last 2 minutes, that's BS.
Sucks.
Yeah, I posted something to our Facebook page. Showed a little bit about that. So check us out, Facebook, Kaotic Sports. Hit us up.
All right.
Who's next?
We got Cleveland versus Indy, 28-31. Go Indy. Indy won at home finally.
Indy looked pretty good with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. I gotta admit, he you know what he reminded me of, which was funny. I saw him running around in the highlights. This one guy named Colin Saint Nick, something Colin Saint Nick, and
I know somebody that calls him Kaepernick.
Oh, the Kaepernickle. Oh, that's
Kaepernickle.
That's my favorite bagel. I love the Kaepernickle bagel. But yeah, he reminded me of Colin Kaepernick. He was running out there on the outside when there's no play there. He just slung it out. He looked really good. You know, Kaepernickle.
Who's next?
Who next?
Tampa Bay versus Minnesota, 17-34.
Yeah, Case Keenum. Last year's starting quarterback for the Rams, who couldn't do started for Minnesota today. Played extremely well for Minnesota today. You know, he had a pretty good year before they came out to LA. Maybe he needs to play like indoors on the turf.
Raiders are getting smoked, by the way.
Smoked Raiders, my favorite type. Oh, Raiders who smoke, not my least favorite type. But you put a Raider on a barbecue,
21-0.
no seasoning salt needed on those guys. If you know what I'm talking about.
Did we see that coming?
Yeah.
Redskins taking these guys out.
Redskins.
Next game, Houston versus the Patriots, 33-36.
What do we think about that one?
Brady can't lose in 2 minutes.
He is he's not human, as we said earlier.
He's inhumane.
No es human, bro.
No human is human. Es humano.
Who's next?
Next.
Miami versus New Jersey. The Jets. 6-20.
People thought the Jets weren't going to show up to any of the games this year. Knocked out a few people in the survivor pool. Go Jets, 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 Jets. That's for you, Howie and Gary.
Who's next?
Next.
The Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles, 24-27 Eagles.
Giants all.
That was we knew that one, right?
Giants lost in baseball. Giants lost in football.
We knew that was coming.
What about the Cardinals?
Tomorrow.
I wonder if the Cardinals won in football and if they won in baseball.
Any Cowboy fans call us?
Yeah, Cowboy fans. Man, that's got to be a rough existence. You know what I'm saying? I mean, can you name like any team that you want to be a fan of? Least, it's definitely the Cowboys for me.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to Sage in Uptown Whittier. See what happens.
Yeah, what's up? They have cockroaches there.
That's okay. We only order beer.
Okay, good. They literally got shut down. San Gabriel Valley News, thanks for that info. That they got shut down for a couple of days because they had cockroaches. Now, mind you, I haven't always been
we don't eat there, bro.
I haven't always been a professional announcer, radio personality. But in the past, I used to work for these restaurants when I was, in my younger years, high school, semi-college pro years, and I've worked in some nasty restaurants before, so it doesn't surprise me.
You don't say.
We used to mix salads at the deli I used to work for in Northridge with our bare hands, no gloves. Wash my hands. What? Mind you, health department. That was quite 30 years ago, I think, almost.
You were one of the guys they did the film on Fast Times in Ridgemont.
28 years ago, we were unable to go to the Sherman Oaks Galleria for that summer when they filmed Fast Times because we used to take the bus down there and go to the movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's like
fantastic.
the Sherman Oaks Galleria is kind of like a Jewish Valley Mecca.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a place to go, So, all right.
Who do we got left?
Well, we got 3 more teams left, and we're going to break. So we got the Seahawks versus Tennessee Titans, 27-33. We got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Green Bay Packers, 24-27.
Sweet.
Go
In
back,
OT,
go.
yeah.
Saved me. I had both.
In OT.
In OT, yeah.
Down 21-7.
And then we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the LA Chargers, 24-10.
So are winning.
Wait, did the Chargers sell out today or no?
No.
No.
They did not.
Horrible.
And the stadium's still half.
Horrible.
They're
going back to San Diego.
They're going to be
They're
sent
going
back.
back.
No, there's already talks about it.
They have to.
Ain't the mayor saying something about it?
The mayor said he really wanted one team.
The mayor of Los Angeles only said that he only wanted one team. Yes. He's like, go home. I really wanted to buy tickets to go to one of the games.
I thought it was going to be
there.
hard. I thought it was going to be crazy.
They're selling single game tickets still, but they're about $300 a piece.
Oh,
Really?
Screw that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not Charger San Diego pricing. It's Charger LA pricing in a stadium that's only
so stupid.
half as many fans. So they thought we're going to sell these out easily. It's about I think it was $250 or $260 plus fees they wanted for the ticket. I'm not buying 2 tickets and hoping to ask one of you fools to say, "Oh yeah, well, how much are you for the ticket?"
Nothing.
I'd be like,
I'm not going with you.
I couldn't even ask because I know you're not going to pay me more than like $75.
I'd rather sit in that little mini field they got there next to the stadium and watch it on TV.
Yeah, the little tennis center right there. Yeah.
Just put a big screen there. I'll
think
watch
about
it from
how
there.
awesome it would be to watch a game there. It's such a small place.
Yeah, but I mean,
I still have
the Chargers.
I still own Phillip Rivers jerseys. What am I supposed to do with them?
Give it a Kennedy.
Got my baby blues. Those things are huge. Man, when they say triple X, man, they mean it.
Oh,
And I
really?
think dirty.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What is this? What's coming in my ears?
Is that free reign, bro? Dude, free reign.
Hell yeah. Nothing.
No, this is Best Coast, but we're going off right now.
Sweet.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on the other side.
Kaotic Sports.
I have no promos.
B, how much time?
I'll give you guys. We got like 4 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes.
All right. B,
Yeah.
did you did you hear that that Instagram that I was playing earlier?
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up. Listen.
Where? Island Records. Who's that?
Hey Charlie, like
No,
you know when
seriously.
you're doing this thing like man's trying to make me look stupid on this thing like
I see you in there, Alex. What label?
Island Records.
Island.
Yes, bruv.
Hey, but I'm just between me and you in it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Island.
It's the same way you said that your hat don't say Malay, no. It does.
No, it's Island.
Bruh.
It's
You know,
Island.
man
No,
said
say it.
island. Island not spelled like that.
How's Island spelled?
Island is ILE and then land. Island. Man, don't make me look like I don't know English.
One extra. You signed a deal?
Man didn't sign nothing.
No. But I see that video of you at that. What label was you at yesterday?
Island.
Where?
Island Records.
That's some funny shit, B. We got to interview this guy.
What for?
For laughs?
No, we generate our laughs. We don't have to interview people for laughs.
Come on. That would be fine. There's nothing wrong with that. B.
Nothing.
Stop fighting the system, all right? Oh, my God. I quit. B, you can't quit.
30 seconds, all clear.
You're quitting on this, B?
30 seconds, all clear.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com.
Sweet.
That's what I'm talking about. That's free reign right there. Good. Free reign.
Is that your new band?
Just joined their fan club at the last break. Welcome back, one and all, to the final segment. Don't worry if we got 40 more minutes of Chaotic Sports. 30 more minutes.
Get your time right.
34 more minutes. More of Chaotic Sports. Thanks for listening. I am the Jew, Jeremy G.
Captain.
Got Captain Black Ass Sire. And we got B
Yo.
in the back. You don't want B in the back.
In the back.
In the back. Keep B away from your daughter's backs. So we are Chaotic Sports. We talk about sports. We have a little fun while we're doing it. Maybe sometimes a little too much fun. But we are going to talk about a couple things first, and then we're going to end up about those baseball games, and then we're going to talk about the protests that have been going on and what our president has said about that.
Oh, interesting.
But first, we're going to talk about baseball.
Baseball.
America's game. I like apple pie and baseball. Question I have for the two of you.
Yes.
The race for the best record overall for the home field in the World Series is currently held by the Los Angeles Dodgers with a 1-game lead over the Cleveland Indians. Does it matter when you get to the World Series?
Yes.
Does it?
Ooh. I think if you're getting to the World Series, I don't know if there's. I mean, I remember when Frisco beat Kansas City. In Game 7 in Kansas City.
And then, last year we had the Cubs beat the Indians in Cleveland. But I prefer to think that home cooking means a lot more to you when you're back at home, getting back to your routine. I mean, let's look. I'll look up how many Game 7 World Series we had that were won on the road.
Yeah, no, I just think if you're in the World Series, any break could switch a series, and I could care less if the Dodgers have. I mean, who's to say Cleveland's going to make it out of it? And that's going to be one of our next things we talk about. But they're playing great. But in the playoffs in baseball, anything can happen. Anything. Rarely does the team with the best record make it finish and end up winning the World Series. Rarely.
No faith.
These wild card teams are coming in hot.
No faith.
No faith.
No faith.
So basically, in all of baseball, every race is done. You have here and there, but except for the National League wild card race. Right now, the Colorado Rockies hold a 1-game lead over Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
And I think 1.5 over the St. Louis Cardinals. So that's the only race that's not thing. But those are the teams, those hot teams there. Maybe Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a great hitting place. Maybe it's Colorado. I mean, Colorado can swing anything with their way with a bad. You get a good pitcher pitching in Colorado turns into a bad pitcher. So if that happens, then what? So I don't necessarily know if having the best record means diddly.
I don't know, man. I mean, they've let us down before.
Well, I'm looking at the last two World Series. Actually, the only ones where Game 7s were on the road, were won by the road team. But so far, most of the history showing home field matters. Yeah. I'm back in the 2000s and I haven't found any Game 7.
No, it definitely had been a while. I remember
let's just say the Dodgers get there. And
I don't care.
No, that's fine.
It's just been so long.
That's fine. Who's the American League team right now that's in the lead?
Well, it would be Cleveland. Cleveland would
Cleveland.
Be. Cleveland's. I mean, Houston Astros have a chance possibly to catch Dodgers as well. Very unlikely.
I'm sorry, who?
Astros.
But wouldn't they be catching up to Cleveland?
No, I'm talking about for the best record in baseball.
Bet just overall.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So it's possible if the Astros go 6-0 this week and the Dodgers and Cleveland go 3-3 maybe.
So let's say Dodgers make it.
If the Dodgers make it in that scenario that I put out there, the Dodgers would have to play Cleveland for them not to get home field advantage. Anybody else they played, they'd have home field. I said it doesn't matter. I want to be in the damn World Series. It's been so many old me.
No, listen.
1988.
Grow the fuck up.
Really?
So.
Oh, Clippers lost.
B.
That's that. I'm back to my Clippers going to be crappy for a while after this whole Carmelo trade. So I'm not even sure. But I don't think we're gonna. I think we'll be 7th or 8th seed. That's how bad I think
we
will
will have an on-air bet.
This is not going to be.
We won't do the bet now because it's way too soon. Why not? Maybe not. Too
okay,
soon.
the last time we
will not make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs. But the last time we had a Game 7, past the last 2 years for the visiting team won was the 1979 World Series.
Oh,
see,
so that
my point.
It does.
The other 6 or 7 were all home team won.
Right. So you said 6 or 7, and then back to 1979. So plus the 2, that's about 10 in that time period that actually went to Game 7.
About 10 went to Game 7.
There was the
30% chance.
That means the series is already decided 70% of the time before Game 7. I'm okay with not having home field advantage in Game 7.
We're fine.
Stop.
Yeah. So what was your whole point?
If it mattered to have the home field advantage.
Apparently it doesn't.
Thanks for paying attention.
Apparently it doesn't.
All right. Let's also talk about the most dangerous, like we were talking about before, the wild card teams. Because wild card teams are the ones that are playing hot.
Wild what?
Wild card.
Okay.
Yeah, like the thing I have in my hand right
I thought
now.
you said tard.
I told you I can't say that word anymore. Special needs. The wild special needs team.
Tards.
Yeah.
You're going to say tard again.
Stop that, Roy.
Captain.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Stop, Roy. Listen, we have enough calling you Captain Blackass. When you start hitting this way, we really don't have a chance to get anybody sponsoring us, okay?
You would like to sponsor our somewhat insensitive program? 909-360-8330.
Please call us.
Just looking for 5,000 sponsors of $1 each. So to all of our fans out there, donate us $1.
Move on.
And we will be happy to sponsor you. So most dangerous wild card teams.
Diamondbacks.
Yankees have a great bullpen, an explosive offense, some starting pitching. They've locked up their spot.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Twins. Are they getting any respect at all? Can you name 2 twins? 2 twins.
2 twins? No, I can't.
I thought maybe you'd get Joe Mauer. No? 2 twins? B?
Trubisky.
Trubisky's not a twin, is he? I think he's I believe he's still a Blue Jay.
The Morris brothers in the NBA.
Yes, the
Escobar.
Yes.
Escobar.
Oh, Valdez too.
There's Escobar.
I think Gonzalez and
Robbie Grossman.
Ramirez.
Yeah, Zach Granite.
The what are those centers called? The Robbins.
The Lopez's.
The Lopez's. Yeah, there
Brooks and Robbins Lopez's.
Brooks and Robbins.
The Brooks Brothers Lopez's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, as B shouted out, who I happen to agree with 100%, is the D-backs, who have an offense of Goldschmidt, Lamb, and Mr. 4-home run guy himself, J.D. Martinez.
So how'd you go with the Jewish guy first?
No, Goldie. I mean, it's just listed right there. It says Goldie.
Okay, just checking.
When you name off offensive players for the Arizona Diamondbacks, who's the first one you name?
His Google comes
Who's the
up.
first? No, who's the first name you name when you're talking about offense for the Arizona Diamondbacks?
Who?
Paul Goldschmidt.
Is that who we talk about, B?
Sounds kind of German to me. Oh, yes. Okay. Besides those guys, they also have, I think, two of the toughest pitchers in all of the playoffs, in Zach Greinke and Robbie Ray. Nasty, nasty, nasty stuff. I don't want to hear about Gio and
make you holler.
So nasty, make you holler. You say, "Ouch, that hurt." Why you gotta be so wicked with that curveball? Yeah, and then the two best pitchers, better than Max. What's his name in Washington?
Who?
Scherzer.
Max Nicole Scherzer. He's the pitcher in Washington, and
Wait.
Steven
Nicole
Strasburg.
Scherzer is from
Yes.
that group.
No, but she's a pitcher. Her dad's a pitcher. Max Nicole Scherzer.
Nicole Scherzer is from those.
Is she Jewish too?
The baby. What are they called? Scherzinger.
Pussycats.
Pussycats.
Put me on a nothing, babe. You was a nothing, babe. Wish my boyfriend was hot like me.
Move on.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming.
I think we're gonna put the Jew as number 5 worst.
Whoa. My chérie amour. Brighter than a Milky Way. And then the last one that is possible is going to be the Rockies or the Brewers or the Cardinals, as I said. And
That's a lot of teams.
I mean, I'd ask you to name 2 of each of those players, but we would get nowhere.
No.
And it'll take both of you too long to look it up. So
Yeah. No.
yeah,
Let's not do that.
But yeah, no, I agree. I think it's going to be D-backs going to be the biggest problem. And who the D-backs play in the first round of the playoffs?
Dodgers.
Oh my God! They just beat us 6 in a row during that horrible stretch. Why? ¿Por qué you do this to me? So, boom, boom, boom. You boys ready to get serious?
I think so.
Wait, I need.
I think somebody's not.
Yeah, are we all in agreement here? The world needs to know. The world needs to know.
Yeah, serious.
We are breaking news to a lot of people.
All 2 people besides people who are in here.
2 people, 3,
You want a
5.
news break drop, dude.
Yeah, news break drop.
Let's get one.
Yes, there's breaking news. Eyewitness news. I miss. Was it Hal Fishback? Jeff
does
Fishman?
Not like the subject.
What was that old guy?
Here we go. Breaking news.
What was the old weather guy from Channel 7?
Krieger.
No, the one who died. A little old guy.
The one with that white Jerry.
He was before. Rusty Mountain. What's his name? Mountain.
Rusty
What's Mountain's name? The guy in Channel 7. You know who I'm talking about.
Dallas Reigns.
Dallas Reigns?
Dallas Reigns. Yeah.
The Golden. He retired. He's on Channel 2 or something.
I think he's still on Channel 7. Though.
No,
He's on Channel 7.
is he?
This is how
Yes.
you do it. This is how you do it. Yeah, because
Okay,
Hal
who-
Fishback or Hal Fishman.
Hal Fishman's on Channel 5.
Hal
He died.
Fishman. The one with
But
the
who's
glasses.
the old guy I'm talking about then?
I know
That's
you're talking about the
him.
one that's bald. I can't remember his name.
Doctor.
Doctor, yes, Dr.
yeah,
Fishback.
Yes, something.
Dr. Fishback. Yes,
Yeah.
it was a doctor. Good job. Good job. Okay, well, wait.
You're welcome.
Serious.
What?
Oh, wait, we get my breaking news? Update?
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Ling, ling, ling. Breaking news. The President of the United States calling football players and athletes who are protesting the national anthem, who don't stand for it by protesting it by not standing, calls them SOBs, sons of bitches.
Oh shit.
No, he actually said son of a bitch.
Oh, no. I'm trying to keep it clean, for our sponsors out there.
Why?
Yeah, we've been clean all show long.
Yeah. Got
Please,
smooth.
just move on.
Yes. So, I need some input. Like I mentioned earlier, we are all minorities. I'm just the one with a unique perspective that can look from the outside of the minority group, going, they don't realize I'm a minority until I tell them that I'm the Jew, and then I'm the most hated minority out of the 3 of us all of a sudden. But from the outside, I don't look it. So I sometimes get the benefit of I don't look like a minority. That's my point.
Oh, you don't.
So most people will be, their usual, racist selves with me, if that's the case. I have had white people come up to me and say, yeah, can you believe that? Talking about people of color. So, but yeah, no, I mean, what do you guys think? Why should the president be commenting on this matter at all?
He shouldn't. The president should be doing a lot more important things than talking about sports stars or worrying about his thin-skinned attitude and everything happening. There's no reason for him to actually interject in this. He's not adding anything valuable to it. He's just creating more flames. But here's what he's doing. He's letting his base know that he cares about the things they care about. And for some reason, they believe that by taking a knee, you're disrespecting the flag. You're disrespecting the flag. Guess what, jackasses? Kaepernick went to a veteran and asked, how do I do this in such a way so it isn't disrespecting the flag? You are just dumb fucks who thinks that this is the biggest thing because you think the kneeling for the anthem is the problem instead of thinking, why is a dude kneeling? He's kneeling because we had injustice in the police departments. He's kneeling because people were dying and people were getting shot by police officers and not getting due justice afterwards. I'm not on a roll.
Well, I know.
Yeah. And to jump on that,
and he just got me off the roll. Way to go.
No. Pull up.
I need to start thinking about you during sex.
Pull up Max Hellerman talking about this subject.
Yes.
He had
we
a
great. We posted that the other day.
Yeah, we posted it the other day.
And that's right.
Pull that up.
I think that it's like
it goes along with what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's just unique that I have so many problems with white people who have a problem with this. You can't. I've literally drove, did an illegal U-turn in front of a cop with a shaved head, and didn't get pulled over. I don't know why. I'm just lucky, right? I mean,
no.
Was there a chance it was because
your ass didn't get profiled?
I was a 23-year-old version of me. I looked a whole lot nicer and than I do now.
No.
Well, here it is. I understand we live in a society where profiling is part of the job. Okay, no problem. I went to a rave this past weekend, and I got molested by the cop. I didn't get. I didn't get touched. He told me normally that you walk into the rave, so you're dressed anyway. I had on a sweater and jeans, and just that's it. I didn't go all out. He pulled me, no kilt. He pulled me aside. Pulled me aside to put my hands behind my back, spread my legs, and then he grabbed my junk twice and went up my butt crack on top of that, trying to find drugs. And he went through my wallet.
What's the name of that rave?
It was a nocturna. It's what it was, but it happened. I accept that.
I'm getting ready for next year. Hold on.
No joke. Yeah, I should have told. I actually asked for his phone number afterwards. He didn't appreciate that at all. But
wait, you seriously did that, didn't you?
Yes, of course I did.
Oh, yes.
What you could do, Jake grabs your junk twice. He obviously wanted more. So first time wasn't enough. And I accept the fact that's what cops do, so I'm going to follow what the cop says. No problem. But when we got people who are dying because of this reason, there's a problem. And that's the issue.
There's a lot of situations where, you and I have talked personally, where I see it as a very hard decision to make. There was a shooting here in Southern California this past week in front of a 7-Eleven in Huntington Beach. And the kid they were called in, and the only video we see is, towards the end where the kid's grabbing something from the cop's, waistband, and the cop backs up and then shoots him.
So, well, no.
So shoots him 7 times.
Right.
Yeah, the kid.
I'm gonna agree with you right now.
Well, hold on. The dude was the guy got tased, and it didn't work. He pulled him off and he ran after the cop.
Right, but no one's mad about somebody getting tased. They're mad about somebody having to die because they didn't listen to a cop. And yes, it is your right to disobey a cop. But I was always told, don't disobey cops because they're the ones with the guns. And whether that's right or wrong, it may be life-saving. You know what I mean? So I'm not talking about, like I said, but that cop backed up. But people are on both sides of the fence, whether they're angry at the cop for shooting him 7 times. I'm angry at that. That's where I lay. Or you're angry that this kid grabbed something from his waistband, and the cop had no idea what it was. And again, he wants to go home. And why should this guy who's just, I understand if it's me or them, and I get that that's how they think. They do.
Yes.
They think like that, and rightfully so, but there has to be another way.
Here's my thing. I have no problem with these things happening. What I have a problem with is every time it happens, the cops are getting off scot-free.
Yes.
Then besides the mental trauma you're going through, and legit, I have I knew a couple of cops that asked questions like this. Like I used to ask, well, why don't you shoot the guy in the leg? Because you're trained to shoot the center of mass. That's why. Again, it's
You
us
shoot to
versus
kill.
me.
Yes.
And no problem. I have no problem with you following those things. I have no problem with seeing that happen. But I do have a problem with that the cops now police the cops when it happens. Why don't we have a tribunal of maybe 2 citizens, 3 citizens, 2 cops, 2 former cops, and then you go to the trial and figure out the cops can keep their job or not.
I think if that was the case, I think you'd have some cops that were unfortunately in the line of fire and on their shift or whatever, and somebody dies, and they're gonna have to worry. And now am I going to jail? You know what I mean? And there's gonna be a few that go to jail just to prove a point that to try to correct the injustices from before. And if you're okay with that, you're okay with that.
Bad part is that nothing's happening. It keeps going around every single state possible that we can think of. It's in Chicago, it's in Tennessee, it's in California, it's everywhere. So how is it possible that none of these cops are getting reprimanded whatsoever?
Yeah,
That's the part that's pushing everybody over the edge.
And this is why they're taking a knee. It's nothing about disrespecting the flag.
Would any of this happen if the cops that beat up Rodney King, the very first universal case, if those cops actually got, sentenced, would any of this be happening?
No.
It's that day when the riots happened.
No, because there would have been
that's
some.
the day it started all of this, isn't it?
Well, and then we'll look at it like that. Past that, we had the OJ trial. Everybody was happy OJ got off, but that was just showing that money can buy your way
Do
out
you
of
know
it.
that?
Yeah, but they caught him
I
on
never
the
knew
back
that
end.
until I watched that 30 for 30. I never knew that.
Really?
I never knew people were actually happy that he got off. Like I was like, how could you be like? To me, it was like that's so silly. Like, and then I saw the whole thing about how it was a race dividing issue. And I'm like,
yeah,
I knew white people and Mexicans. I didn't know any black people at the time. So for me, it was okay. Damn, son of a bitch got off. All right. Now I know 2 black people. They're both here. Thank you guys. Word. Oh, yeah. We're talking seriously.
It would have been different. The problem is that, again, we're going to go back to the same thing. Nobody's doing anything about it. These guys are protesting, and now we got a dummy that's on Twitter. And now he's not just a dummy on this subject with the NFL. He's a dummy across the board with a lot of things that he's
we talking about Kevin Durant again?
Yes.
Because which dummy are we talking about?
I know we have 2 dummies that are, on the limelight right now, but we're talking about one. So, does anybody stop him? Is there any control in that White House right now where he's just going to continue going?
Yeah.
And so we're just going to continue looking like a bunch of jackasses across the...
Here's the issue, and this is the big issue. We have Electoral College, and Trump played the game to win the Electoral College. Yeah. Hillary played the game to win the popular vote.
That's one thing I was going to talk about.
2.5 million people. So we had this happened 3 times in the history of the United States. 3 times we had elections where the popular candidate did not win. Bush was the second time. That was Bush number 2. Bush number 2 was the second.
Baby
time.
Bush. Baby
but
Bush.
He lost the popular vote by 300,000.
Right.
It wasn't as big as it wasn't a full Los Angeles away.
Right.
But this is just what it is, and we currently have. This is how we're going to roll with for the next couple of years. Unfortunately, thinking about getting somebody impeached isn't going to do you any good. What you're going to have to do is either figure out new laws or new things to stop them. And like the one I heard that I thought was really sad is now what Bill Maher said is now we have to legislate that the things that were unspoken as the president are now have to be done or have to be put in the law. Like you cannot pardon till the end of your term, or you cannot do these things.
I thought that was the case because everyone just pardoned at the end of their term.
Yeah, no, well, you can pardon whenever you want, but it's like it was an unwritten rule. Like
so was Arpaio the first one that was done in the middle? I mean,
he's not the first one, but this is the most recent one.
Did
Obama didn't do anybody in the middle?
Nobody in the middle.
No,
you sure about that? Not even Moni.
I'll check.
He didn't do Moni.
Let me check.
Moni in the middle. What I was going to talk about too is what you said. He played to his base. The speech that he made was made in Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, yeah, where the NFL teams are all at.
Yeah, there's no pro sports. I'm sure they're all big either Alabama or Auburn fans. That's how it works down there. But they don't care. College students aren't going to kneel. I don't know. Are you risking a scholarship? Because that's what you would be doing. If you're not getting paid, the only currency you have there is your scholarship. You going to do that? Now, your team has to be very liberal and say, hey, you can do it if you want.
Right.
But to just do it without permission, that would be. I wouldn't take that chance.
The Steelers didn't come out for it, right? Did they go through with that?
All Steelers stayed inside the tunnel except for one. And that man I don't remember his first name, but he's a former Army Ranger.
And he came out.
Last name Villanueva, mi gente. And he came out to the end of the tunnel, put his hand over his heart, and watched the national anthem and looked at the flag. I get it. It was in the military. You don't need to be with your teammates at that point. They understand too.
Right.
They understand.
The first time Obama pardoned somebody was 2.5 years into his search, into his thing.
So yeah, still a little early. Not quite the end.
But
I always thought it was one of those I'm out of here. You can't do shit. Bye, niggas. I didn't think you could do it in the first term at all.
He pardoned. Yeah. Well, he pardoned like 3,000 people the last day. So
yeah,
he just went crazy. Here's my signature, y'all.
He's like Oprah with cars.
Here's my stamp.
He's like Oprah with cars. You get freed, and you get freed, and you get freed. Hey, what? You get free too.
Fantastic.
Buy me some Popeyes.
But my issue of all this anyway is what is disrespect of the flag? Tell me what it is they're doing that's disrespecting the flag that causes so much consternation on that side.
It's not so much that it's disrespect. I think that I'm going back to when I'm like 5 years old and we're in school and they put it in you to stand up and pledge allegiance to the flag. Now, what a lot of schools have been doing is they're trying to get that out of being part of the school or part of your day. And look, I didn't grow up saying, okay, well, I'm going to pledge allegiance. I stand up. I don't put my hand across my heart at times, but I'm not disrespecting the flag. I don't think if I stay sitting or if I stand up or
you have to take God out of there too.
I don't see that. I personally don't see it as disrespect.
I need to be taught what the disrespect is because I looked up the flag code. FYI, we only been saluting the flag for less than 100 years in this country. Actually, we started in 1936 because we needed something after the war, before the Second World War. We needed that, and when the original salute of the flag was actually a hand extended to the flag, but the Nazis turned it the other way, and that's why they stopped doing it.
Got it.
So that's why they said over your heart.
So
there's a lot of things about it.
Nazis.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that were written down and were done. Like the first person ever, there's two guys that actually got fined back in 1940 for not standing for the flag. They got fined $200, and that's real money back then.
Yeah.
Because the judge says anybody should know turn towards the flag when you hear it. There are certain things, but again, I'm along the lines with Jesse the Body Ventura talking about patriotism is earned. It's not that's not required, and when you have to require it, that's when you have an issue.
And that's where we're at right now.
Welcome.
I'm the governor of Minnesota right here.
Beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
Right. No, but I know what you're talking about. But like for every 10 people who are complaining that the people aren't standing, there's at least one video of a veteran going, "I fought, so you have the right to kneel. You have the right to sit down," and that's all I need to hear. As somebody who I'm not for it or against it. I understand why people would want to. I would probably want to. But, like, you go to Dodger games now, and every single game they have a military hero of the game.
Right.
You go to more than 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 games a year. Like, did we already do this?
Yeah.
Like, do I have to stand every time?
I mean, people sit in the stands.
And do you stand when you're at home?
I sit.
I am sitting there watching the game.
I sit, and I get looked at. I swear to you. People will look at me like the same way I look at them for not standing during the 7th inning stretch is the way they look at me when I'm not standing for the military hero of the game.
Now, B, do you teach your kids to do this, like that little league group that did it?
Well, here's the thing, guys. We have to end now. So we get to a really good conversation, unfortunately, and we have to stop the show. So we can pick it back up next week or bring it on to do a Facebook Live afterwards or something.
Or just hit us
All
up
right.
on Twitter.
Damn,
and,
did we get all
and
serious?
Facebook.
We got that was
This
the
is
fastest.
when you get good conversation.
That was the fastest 40 minutes ever. I do appreciate
Was that a
it.
Debbie Downer for all of you guys?
Yeah, guys. Sorry about that. Go Dodgers.
Lo
three of you.
siento, bros.
Lo siento, todas personas aquí, oyemos conmigos.
B,
Con-
take us out with something
con
patriotic,
soñamos.
bro.
No, we got a couple minutes here. We need to give some updates again. You can catch us up on Facebook.com/Chaotic Sports. Twitter at Chaotic Sports. What's our Gmail?
Chaotic Sports 1.
Numero
uno. Don't
That's
spell
it's
it.
la
Just
verdad.
put the one.
No spell out. Okay. Yeah, and you can always catch us up on there. Email us, tweet us, say what's up. Listen to Free Reign.
Or catch us on the streets.
Catch us on the streets.
Nothing.
You see us in the Dodger game this week. We were representing.
We gotta go.
Nothing.
Nothing could do it.
Nothing.